In the stillness of dawn, before the day begins to stir, a shadow glides between root and stone. It moves without footsteps, without the rustle of leaves, only a subtle ripple of muscle and scale. This is the hunter without legs, the patient stalker, the snake. Snakes have ruled as silent predators for more than 100 million years. Born from lizard ancestors, they shed their limbs for a body built entirely for stealth. Over time, they spread to every continent except Antarctica, adapting to life in water, forest, desert, and sky-high mountain slopes. In the grand theatre of evolution, few creatures command such a potent mix of fear and fascination as the snake. They are ancient survivors, their lineage stretching back over 100 million years. From these primordial ancestors, a spectacular radiation of form and function has unfolded. Today, there are over 3,900 species, a testament to their incredible adaptability. Each has been meticulously shaped by natural selection, emerging as a master specialist of its chosen realm. From the emerald canopy of the Amazon to the scorching sands of the Sahara, snakes have conquered nearly every habitat on the planet. Their diversity is staggering, ranging from the diminutive Barbados thread snake, no thicker than a spaghetti noodle, to the colossal green anaconda, a behemoth of muscle and scale. The secret to this success lies in a body plan of radical simplicity and efficiency. A snake's body is its entire arsenal. Every element, from its internal architecture to its scaled skin, serves a critical purpose. Internally, the snake is a marvel. It possesses a vertebral column of extraordinary length, with hundreds of individual vertebrae and paired flexible ribs. This structure grants them a suppleness that is almost liquid, allowing them to navigate complex environments with grace. But this flexibility is paired with immense power. An intricate network of muscles enables the precise movements required for locomotion, climbing, and, most lethally, constriction. When a python strikes, it's not the bite that is the primary weapon. It is the explosive contraction of these muscles, coiling around its prey in a suffocating embrace. The pressure methodically cuts off blood flow to the brain and prevents the chest from expanding, leading to a swift, silent death. The snake's skin is its interface with the world. The scales, composed of tough keratin, provide a durable barrier against abrasion and dehydration and are arranged in patterns that reduce friction. Some scales are keeled for extra traction. On their eyes, a transparent fused scale called a brill acts as a permanent protective goggle. This scaly integument is also a canvas for nature's artistry, from dazzling iridescence to intricate patterns of camouflage that render the snake utterly invisible. To witness a snake in motion is to see physics and biology in perfect harmony. Without legs, it moves through sand, soil, and water with a fluid precision unmatched in the animal kingdom. They have evolved 4 distinct modes of locomotion, each a brilliant solution to a different environmental challenge. The most familiar is lateral undulation, the classic S-shaped wave that propels the snake forward. By pushing against irregularities in the terrain, the snake generates thrust, gliding with deceptive speed. This is the all-purpose gear, equally effective on land and in water. In the shifting, unstable world of the desert, a different strategy is required. Here, the sidewinder employs its iconic and hypnotic gait. By lifting its body in loops and throwing them forward, it minimizes contact with the scorching sand. For navigating the tight confines of burrows, snakes use concertina movement. The snake anchors its rear portion, bunching it up like an accordion, and then extends its front half forward. It then anchors the front and pulls the rear forward. Finally, the true heavyweights, the giant pythons and boas, utilize rectilinear movement. This is a slow, subtle crawl. Waves of muscle contractions flow down the snake's belly, lifting and moving the broad ventral scales forward, allowing these massive reptiles to move in a dead straight line, stalking their prey with unnerving stealth. But to truly understand the snake, we must enter its sensory world, a reality profoundly different from our own. While our world is dominated by sight and sound, the snake reads its environment primarily through the invisible languages of scent and heat. Their eyesight varies greatly. Diurnal tree-dwelling snakes often possess sharp binocular vision, crucial for judging distances. For many others, vision is secondary, providing basic information about light and shadow. The fine details of the world are painted by other, more sophisticated senses. The primary tool for this is the tongue. Constantly flicking, the forked tongue is not for tasting, it is for smelling. It is a highly advanced chemosensory system. As it darts out, the two delicate tips sample airborne molecules. The fork design is key. It provides a directional or stereo sense of smell. When the tongue is retracted, these tips are inserted into two small pits in the roof of the mouth, a specialized structure called the Jacobson's or vomeronasal organ. This organ analyzes the chemical information, and by comparing the concentration of molecules on each fork, the snake's brain can determine the direction of a scent trail with incredible accuracy. It can follow the faint chemical ghost of a prey animal, navigating a landscape of scent with unerring precision. For some of the most advanced hunters, there is yet another sense, a superpower that allows them to pierce the veil of darkness. Pit vipers, pythons, and some boas carry a remarkable biological innovation: heat-sensing pits. These are not eyes, but sophisticated infrared detectors. In pit vipers, like rattlesnakes, these are located in a deep cavity between the eye and the nostril. In pythons and boas, they are a series of smaller pits arranged along the jaw. Inside each pit is a thin membrane, densely packed with thousands of heat-sensitive nerve receptors, so sensitive it can detect temperature fluctuations as small as 1/1000th of a degree Celsius. This allows the snake to perceive the world in thermal radiation. In absolute pitch-black darkness, a warm-blooded animal like a mouse doesn't disappear. Instead, it glows like a beacon against the cooler background of the night. The snake's brain integrates this thermal information with the visual data from its eyes, creating a fused, multi-layered image of its surroundings. This gives it a decisive advantage. It can detect prey in total blackness and direct its strike with lethal accuracy. This is the ultimate predatory tool, a sixth sense that turns darkness from a shield into a hunting ground, cementing the snake's status as a perfect, silent predator. In the grand theatre of the wild, survival is a performance of strategy and adaptation. For the world's snakes, this performance is a masterclass in the art of the hunt. Their methods are as varied as the landscapes they inhabit, a testament to millions of years of evolutionary refinement. Every species has perfected its own deadly craft, broadly divided into two fundamental philosophies: the patient, silent ambush, and the relentless, active pursuit. Some snakes are statues until the moment they are not. Consider the green tree python, a living jewel of the rainforest canopy. Its vibrant green scales are not merely for beauty, they are a cloak of invisibility, a perfect mimicry of the leaves and vines that form its world. This camouflage is so precise that it renders the snake a ghost, unseen by the keen eyes of birds and small mammals that share its arboreal home. Here, patience is more than a virtue. It is the core of existence. Ambush predators wait for hours, sometimes days, in a single coiled position. Their metabolism slows to a crawl, conserving precious energy in a world where the next meal is never guaranteed. They become a part of the landscape, a living trap set with infinite patience. Some take this deception a step further. The death adder of Australia, hidden beneath leaf litter, employs a cunning stratagem. It twitches the grub-like tip of its tail, a hypnotic dance designed to lure inquisitive prey closer. This is caudal luring, a deadly invitation to a final meal. The unsuspecting victim, drawn in by the promise of an easy snack, moves ever closer to the hidden predator. Whether through camouflage or trickery, the goal is the same: to bring prey within the kill zone. This invisible boundary is monitored by an array of sophisticated senses. For the python, heat-sensing pits lining its jaw can detect the faint thermal signature of a warm-blooded creature, painting a picture in infrared. The slightest vibration through the branch, the faintest scent on the air, nothing goes unnoticed. When prey finally crosses that threshold, the release of potential energy is breathtaking. The strike is instant, one of the fastest predatory attacks in the natural world. In a fraction of a second, powerful muscles contract, launching the head forward. jaws connected by elastic ligaments, unhinge to an impossible degree, ready to engulf prey larger than the snake's own head. It is a marvel of biomechanical engineering, perfected for a single, explosive moment. But not all snakes wait for the world to come to them. Others choose the hunt, actively seeking their quarry across challenging terrains. In the blistering deserts of North America and Africa, the sidewinder has mastered locomotion on shifting, scorching sands. Its unique J-shaped movement, which gives it its name, is a model of efficiency. By lifting sections of its body and pressing down in two distinct points, it minimizes contact with the hot ground and gains purchase on the unstable surface. With this strange and beautiful gait, sidewinders traverse vast, seemingly barren dunes in search of lizards and rodents that shelter from the sun. In the dense jungles of Southeast Asia, a king patrols its domain. The king cobra, the world's longest venomous snake, doesn't hide. It moves with confidence, its head held high, a clear display of dominance. Its hunt is a specialized one. King cobras are ophiophagous. They are cannibals preying almost exclusively on other snakes. Using superior eyesight and a forked tongue that constantly tastes the air, it tracks down its serpentine victims, including other highly venomous species. In a battle of titans, the king cobra's size, speed, and potent neurotoxic venom give it the ultimate advantage, making it the undisputed ruler of its world. The hunt also extends into the water. The cottonmouth, or water moccasin of North America, is a semi-aquatic hunter, equally at home on land and in the water. It patrols the edges of swamps, lakes, and slow-moving rivers. It may lie in ambush, its dark body nearly invisible against the muddy bank, or it may actively swim through the water, its head just above the surface, searching for fish, frogs, and even small turtles. Its versatility makes it a formidable predator in the wetlands, a silent shadow gliding through the murky depths. Once prey is captured, the method of dispatch is swift and brutally efficient. For constrictors like the boa, the kill is silent but sure. The initial strike is just the beginning. Immediately, powerful coils wrap around the victim's body. This is not a slow, suffocating crush as once believed. The reality is far more sophisticated and rapid. Each coil is a living vice, a band of pure muscle. With every exhalation of their prey, the snake tightens its grip, but it isn't restricting breath, it's restricting blood. The immense pressure, sometimes exceeding that of a fire hose, instantly cuts off blood flow to the brain and heart. The prey loses consciousness within seconds from a massive drop in blood pressure and circulatory arrest. It is a swift, precise, and overwhelming application of force, a hydraulic press of living muscle from which there is no escape. For others, the weapon is chemical. Venom is a complex cocktail of proteins and enzymes, a biological weapon delivered with surgical precision. The fangs that deliver it are evolutionary marvels. Vipers possess long, hollow fangs that are hinged, folding back against the roof of the mouth when not in use, and snapping forward to inject their toxins deep into the prey. Cobras and their relatives have shorter, fixed fangs at the front of their mouths. The venom itself is tailored to the snake's diet and lifestyle. Neurotoxins, favored by cobras and mambas, launch a devastating assault on the nervous system. They block nerve signals, leading to rapid paralysis, respiratory failure, and cardiac arrest. Hemotoxins, the specialty of most vipers, wage war on the circulatory system and tissues. They can prevent blood from clotting, cause catastrophic internal bleeding, and begin digesting the prey from the inside out long before it is ever swallowed. Whether through overwhelming force or a lethal injection, the outcome is the same. The hunt is over, and the silent shadow prepares to feast. Venom is the biochemical edge. Vipers inject it through hinged fangs like hypodermic needles. Elapids deliver it through fixed hollow fangs lightning fast. Each species' venom is a custom weapon. Some attack the nervous system, others the blood. Without legs, snakes have mastered movement through sheer muscular coordination. They swim with the grace of eels, climb with the grip of rope, and in some cases, glide between trees, their bodies forming living wings. In the quiet pact between humanity and the land, an ancient guardian moves unseen. Across the world's farmlands, a silent war is waged every night, not with machines or chemicals, but with patience and precision. Here, in the granaries that feed nations, fortunes can be won or lost based on the smallest of invaders. Rodents, prolific and relentless, can decimate a harvest, consuming profits and spreading disease. For every farmer, they are a constant gnawing threat. But the fields have an ally, a creature of elegant efficiency, perfectly evolved for this very task. Snakes are nature's most effective pest control service. A single rat snake can consume dozens, if not hundreds, of rodents in a single season. They are ambush predators, relying on stealth and stillness, waiting for the precise moment to strike. This service is not only free, but also perfectly targeted, creating none of the collateral damage associated with chemical pesticides, which can harm other wildlife and seep into the soil and water. By keeping rodent populations in check, these serpentine hunters do more than just protect our food supply. They are frontline defenders of public health. Rodents are notorious vectors for diseases like hantavirus and leptospirosis. By preying on them, snakes break the chain of transmission, acting as a buffer between wildlife-borne pathogens and human communities. They are the ecological guardians of our agricultural heartlands, but the snake's role in the ecosystem is a story of dualities. While it is a formidable predator, it is also a vital source of food. The energy it acquires from consuming a rodent is transferred up the food chain, making the snake a crucial link in the web of life. In turn, they feed birds of prey, mammals, and even other snakes. A hawk circling high above sees not a fearsome reptile, but a life-sustaining meal. For a coyote or a badger, a snake can mean the difference between hunger and survival. And in the world of snakes itself, ophiophagy, the act of eating other snakes, is a common strategy. The formidable king cobra, for instance, feeds almost exclusively on other serpents. This intricate cycle of predator and prey ensures that no single population grows unchecked. The snake is both the hunter and the hunted, a conduit of life's energy, essential for the health and dynamism of its environment. Without them, ecosystems would tilt, and the balance would falter. Imagine a landscape devoid of these silent predators. Rodent populations would explode, leading to catastrophic crop failures and widespread famine. The grain stores that form the bedrock of civilization would be under constant siege, but the cascade wouldn't stop there. The predators that rely on snakes for food, the eagles, the hawks, the specialized mammals, would find their own populations dwindling, starved of a key resource. The intricate tapestry of the ecosystem, woven over millennia, would begin to unravel. The absence of snakes would create a void, triggering a chain reaction that would diminish biodiversity and destabilize the very foundations of the natural world. Their presence is not merely beneficial, it is fundamental. It is perhaps this fundamental importance, this connection to the cycles of life and death, that has cemented the snake's place in the human psyche. For thousands of years, snakes have been powerful symbols of fear, power, and transformation. No other animal has inspired such a profound and contradictory range of emotions. In ancient cultures, they were often revered. The Ouroboros, the snake eating its own tail, symbolized eternity and the cyclical nature of the universe. In ancient Greece, the rod of Asclepius, a serpent entwined around a staff, became an enduring symbol of medicine and healing, a testament to venom's dual power to harm or to cure. The Naga of Hindu and Buddhist lore were divine serpent beings, guardians of treasure and wisdom. Their ability to shed their skin made them a universal metaphor for rebirth, renewal, and transformation. Yet, for all the reverence, a deep-seated fear has often overshadowed it. In Western traditions, the serpent in the Garden of Eden is the ultimate tempter, a symbol of deception and evil. The Greek myth of Medusa, with her hair of living snakes, turned men to stone with a single glance. This deep-seated phobia, known as ophidiophobia, is one of the most common in humans. Their limbless, sinuous movement, their unblinking gaze, and the lethal potential of their venom tap into our most primal instincts. This duality of reverence and revulsion, of healing and death, has defined our relationship with them for millennia. Though some can be dangerous, most are harmless and profoundly misunderstood. Of the more than 3,700 snake species on Earth, only about 15% are considered dangerous to humans. The vast majority are non-venomous, relying on constriction or simply swallowing their prey whole. And even those equipped with venom are not malicious aggressors. Venom is a precious, metabolically expensive resource, evolved for subduing prey, not for wanton attack. A snake's first instinct when encountering a human, a creature impossibly large and threatening, is to flee or hide. A bite is almost always a last-ditch defensive measure, a desperate act of self-preservation when it feels cornered and threatened. They are shy, secretive creatures, avoiding humans whenever possible. Yet myth has cast them as villains, shadows to be destroyed rather than understood. This tragic misunderstanding, fueled by folklore and fear, has led to relentless persecution. We see a monster from a storybook, not a vital ecological partner. We see a threat to be eliminated, not a creature of immense beauty and evolutionary perfection. To truly see a snake is to look past the myth and appreciate the marvel of its existence and what an existence it is. Snakes embody one of evolution's most flexible and successful designs, a blueprint adapted to nearly every habitat on the planet. Their diversity is staggering. From the reticulated python of Southeast Asia, the world's longest snake stretching over 20 feet, to the tiny Barbados thread snake, small enough to coil on a coin or pass through a wedding ring, they occupy an incredible spectrum of size and form. There are snakes that have mastered life in the trees, their slender bodies moving like living vines. There are those that spend their entire lives underwater, having evolved paddle-like tails and the ability to absorb oxygen through their skin. In the scorching desert, the sidewinder has perfected a unique form of locomotion to glide across the hot sand, and some have even taken to the air. The paradise tree snake of Asia can flatten its body and glide for hundreds of feet between trees, a living marvel of aerodynamics. This incredible adaptability is a testament to a design that has been refined over 100 million years. But even this remarkable resilience is being tested as never before. Today, snakes across the globe face a barrage of threats, nearly all of them human-made. The single greatest danger is habitat loss. As forests are felled, wetlands are drained, and grasslands are paved over for cities and farms, snakes are losing their homes, their hunting grounds, and their sources of shelter. The roads that dissect these fragmented landscapes become death traps. Drawn to the warm asphalt to regulate their body temperature, countless snakes are killed by vehicles every year. This road mortality can be devastating for local populations. And then there is direct persecution. Driven by fear and the illegal trade in skins and exotic pets, humans kill millions of snakes annually, often indiscriminately. Added to this are the emerging threats of climate change, which disrupts their hibernation and breeding cycles, and infectious diseases like the devastating snake fungal disease. But in the face of these threats, there is hope. Around the world, a dedicated community of scientists, conservationists, and volunteers are working to protect them. They are fighting ignorance with education, dispelling ancient myths, and teaching communities how to coexist with their serpentine neighbors. Researchers use radiotelemetry to track snakes, unlocking the secrets of their behavior and habitat needs to design more effective conservation strategies. They are pioneering the creation of wildlife corridors and roadside underpasses, simple but effective solutions to reduce road mortality. They work to protect and restore critical habitats, ensuring these animals have a place to live. This work is not just for the sake of the snakes themselves. It is for the stability of the very ecosystems they guard. To protect the snake is to protect the farm, to safeguard the forest, to preserve the delicate balance of the wild. It is an acknowledgement that in the grand, intricate web of life, every thread matters. And this misunderstood, maligned, and magnificent creature is a thread we cannot afford to lose. By learning to see them not as monsters of myth, but as the vital ecological guardians they truly are, we take a crucial step toward restoring balance, not only in their world but in our own. The snake leaves no footprint, no sound, only the memory of movement, a whisper in the grass. In the silence, life continues, and the shadow watches once more.